Hello, tiny house people. This is Wayne of Wayne's Tiny House. Welcome to another exciting episode of Wayne's Tiny House. Yeah, don't fall asleep while you're watching it, okay? Anyway, this is a video about my electrical system that I am installing. I already have the box put in. I'm in the process of wiring the house. And anyways, let me tell you a little bit about it. I picked this up in the local flea market. It's a used circuit breaker box. It is a 60 amp service. This is your main breaker, 60 amps. And it's for 230 volts. I keep on misspeaking, so I apologize if I misspeak here on volts and amps. 60 amps, 230 volts. It is, let's see, I've got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 12 circuit breakers, which is good for a whole house. As a matter of fact, I'm sure this came out of an old house that they upgraded to perhaps a 120 volt system, or I should say 120, see I misspoke already, a 120 amp system, okay, which is double of that, isn't it? Right? This is 60 amps. And 60 amps is plenty for a tiny house, because a tiny house is nothing but a big room. A big room, and maybe to some people's, definition, it's a small room. So in any case, plenty of, what would you call it? It's plenty big enough, damn it. So let's explain this a little bit more as we get into this, and I'm going to tell you what I did. Now, a little disclaimer, as I mentioned before, I am not a contractor or a carpenter, and I am not an electrician. So I'm going to show you what I did. If you go and do what I did and your house burns down, don't go writing me a letter saying, I did it just like you and if my house burned down. Hey, too bad. No, that's not going to work. But in any case, I'm going to take this off and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of this. Okay, so this is what the insides of it looks like. Just to let you know, there's no power going to this. I just unplugged it, so I know there's nothing there. The inside looks like this. You got your main breaker, 60 amp breaker, which is 220, and then the way it 230 volts. And the way you get 230 volts is you have two separate 115 volt lines coming in from supplied by your power company, coming off the pole, or more accurately from your meter. If you look at your house, you have a meter on there. Well, there's two 115 volt lines there on each side, which gives you 230 volts for your system. 2 volts. Unless you have a 230 volt appliance, you don't need 230 volts. If you have a range or a dryer that runs on 220 or 230, keep on saying 220. If you have a range or a dryer that takes 230 volts, then you're going to have that particular system. I'm not going to have that. I'm just going to have 115 volt appliances, and that's it. However, I'm setting this up for 230 volts anyways. So your red and your black are your two separate 115 volt lines. Doesn't matter where these go. They can go on the left or the right. Doesn't matter. That's your hot lines. Your neutral is your white wire going to this bus right here. Your bare wires are your ground wires. That'll go to the ground. This box is not grounded yet, except through my extension cord that I have plugged in. I'll explain that later. But I will be running a separate ground from here to my trailer, And what you can do is go to Tiny Nest, go on YouTube and type in Tiny Nest. And Jacob Tiny Nest is a licensed electrician. And he explains this pretty well, how an electrical system works. Okay. What else? Hey, let's take this apart. Look at it. All right. See how this works. Let's see. Let's just do this. Yeah. So these tabs, I don't know if you can see it, right here and here. The slots go on to these tabs. Let's take these apart. Oh, that's so much fun taking this apart. Look at that. Take it all apart. No. So you can see how you got two different, I guess you'd call them buses, where one 15 volt line goes in and the other one goes on that side. And it feeds both sides of these breakers, right? Sure, right. Yeah, just take my word for it. Anyway, so where am I going with this? Don't know. So your black, which is your hot wire. Some of this is not, well, two of these, this line right here and this line is only temporary. This line is one of my permanent lines I ran already. And in any case, your black is your hot. That goes to this side of your circuit breaker. Let's see, right there. It'll go right to that side of that circuit breaker. Your white is your neutral wire. That goes to this bus. I don't know if we can see that. Can we see that? I have to double check to see if we can see this. No, you can't. No. I gotta reposition here. So, alright. Can you see it? Can you see it? I think you can. Alright, now maybe you can see it. I got you at a bad angle. So let's so your black is your hot and your white is your neutral. The black goes to this side to the circuit breaker, and the white goes to this bus right here. If you're going to be wiring whatever you're going to wire, tiny house, garage, shed, doesn't matter. Do some more research on this. Don't take my word for anything. Let's see now. Yeah. Now, let's put this back together. Just so it looks nice. Yeah, I like it looking nice. So, it goes like so. You got these you got like a slot there that locks in to this side of your circuit breaker box. And you got a slot right there that locks into your tab. So that goes like that. I really didn't want that one there. No, I didn't want that one there. I want this one here. There we go. That locks in like that. Doesn't matter where you put these. You can always move them around later. It's difficult to move them around later after they're wired, however. So you want to make sure you've got the ones in the right place, because you've got, well, basically three different. No, I think you got 10 amps. I don't, but on the market there's 10 amps, 15 amps, 20 amps, and 30 amps of these breakers. And that just means the higher the number is, the heavier the load it can carry. So if you have something that's carrying a large amperage, you'll need a higher amperage circuit breaker. Now, I have an air conditioner that I just bought, and I think that's probably the most amperage I'm going to be drawing on one unit, and that's like under 5 amps. So this is a massive overkill. Massive overkill. All right, now where was I going with this? I have two cords set up. One I can plug in to get 220 on. 230. I have one. Let's start this over. I've got two plugs set up. one that I can plug into a 230 volt outlet, which I haven't wired yet, but I'm going to. That'll give me 230 volts for the whole system. Not needed. I also have another cord set up so I can plug into a 115 volt outlet, and I'll get 115 volts on all these circuit breakers. Again, it will not be 230 volts. I see, unless somebody out there in YouTube land can tell me if there's a safety concern with that. But I do know that what I did works. Now, let's look at the back side of my, where I'm going to be plugging into the house. Now, this is an outlet box that you would normally use for an outside outlet. Now, I know it kind of looks Mickey Mouse here, but I got it all blocked in with these pieces of wood. I should say I got it locked in with these pieces of wood, so that it can't fall out and it can't fall in. It is in there nice and solid. Looks kind of stupid, but it's a tiny house. It's supposed to look stupid, but that's going to be all insulated, and I got a wall over there. Anyway, you're not going to see that. Now we can take a look on the outside, and I'll explain some more what I did to, yeah, just what I did. Cool. Except right now it's snowing, so I think I'll wait till it stops snowing. What else on this thing? Zoom back up. Oh, crap, are you kidding me? Let me, All right. So I think that's about all. So what I have on the outside of the house, where the house plugs into, have this box mounted on the outside. And I picked this up in a yard sale. I guess the guy who was having the yard sale used to work for the cable company, or does work for a cable company. And this is the box where all the cables get terminated into. And the reason why I chose that is to, you know, protect the, keep the elements out of my connection. All right. So I know it looks a little funny here. All right. Now, as you can see, oh, can you see? I don't know. Let me zoom in on that and see if we can see what we can see. Let's zoom in on that, yeah, baby, right there. Okay. So I'll lift it up. Maybe you can see it. Maybe you can't. I don't know. But as you can see, it's got 4 prongs, terminals, whatever you want to call it. The top one right here, yeah, that's the ground. These 2 are the hot, 115 volts, 115 volts. And the bottom would be the neutral wire for the white wire. Okay, and it simply plugs in like simply plugs in like this. It has, I hope you can see this. So it has, let me zoom back so we can see better. Yes, look at it, zoom back. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that one over. I don't know. Yeah. So what it has is the top pin right there. That is for the ground. The bottom pin is for the white wire, which is the neutral. And these 2 pins right there would be for the 2 115 volt lines. Okay, that's how that works. Now it looks a little funny because they have it recessed in. So I'll show you in a bit here. Show you this first. So the plug, it looks like that. Right? Can't get electrocuted, right? Because it's the not the plug end, but really that's the receptacle end, and that's the plug on that end. And it simply plugs in like so. Right, like that. And the reason why I have it recessed in, the plug that is, not this part, that's the receptacle, but the plug that's mounted on the house, is so that I can close the box up and keep the elements out. Now on the other end, is nothing but your regular 115 volt plug, which will plug into your house, campsite, or wherever you're plugging into. Not 220, 115. Plugs in like that. Right? You got the message. You got the drift. Plugs in like so. And that's it. Now I have, like I said before, I have a 220 cord. That's not in service yet, but it will be. And that's about it for this part. If this is your first time watching Wayne's Tiny House, subscribe. If not, subscribe. No, I said that. If not, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. That'd be most cool.